Hey guys, Scott here from Uncapped Honeybees, and I'm in the bee yard today. I wanted to give you a quick lesson. You know, many times we talk about feeders and feeding the bees. I'm going to show you how to make a feeder, a jar feeder like this, to go on top of the hive. All you have to do is make sure there's a hole in the top, and you'll be able to feed your bees with sugar water. So the way I do this, and I'm sure there are many different ways to do it, but the way I do this is I use a half-gallon mason jar. I like these half gallons because they hold more sugar water. What I have here is just basically a punch that I made. Let me get that to you right there. This is a little punch, see that? And so you can actually see what I made it out of if you look at the other side, and that is nothing more than a safety pin that I embedded into this little piece of wood, and so it's just makes it a little more comfortable to use. But you could just use the safety pin without the wood handle on it. I mean, it's just fine to use that way. But basically all you do is you take the lid of the jar, and I just leave it on when I do it, and you punch holes. It's not that hard to punch through. See there? There's one hole. I usually punch about, I don't know, 7 or 8 holes. It doesn't really matter much how many holes you get in it, as long as you have enough holes to give them an adequate amount of food. And so that's what I did there. They're just small enough holes that it doesn't allow the sugar water to free flow through there, but they're big enough that the bees are able to drink through there. Now what you're going to do is you're going to take this lid off like so. You're going to mix your sugar water. Now I know there are a lot of different opinions on this, but the research that I've seen indicates that there's really no difference in the ratios, the different ratios to sugar and water when it comes to things such as boosting their laying, the queen's laying, and versus storage for food and things like that, as far as getting the bees to act a certain way. The research that I see about that is that there's no difference at all as far as the behavior of the bees go. That being said, I always feed my bees a 50-50 sugar and water mix. So a 50% sugar, 50% water. You can do that by volume or by weight. It doesn't matter. It's close enough to the same. And so usually what I do is I mix in 5-gallon bucketfuls, and I take a 25-pound bag of sugar. I put it in a 5-gallon bucket. I fill it up with water, and then I mix it with a paint stirrer that like you use on a drill. You can do the same thing in a jar like this. Just fill it halfway full of water, fill it the rest of the way with sugar, and mix it up. Make sure that your sugar is hot. Your water, I'm sorry, is hot, but it's not boiling. You don't want to boil the water and crystallize the sugar. If it turns brown, if the mixture turns brown, you've gotten it too hot, and it'll actually cause dysentery in the bees. So what you'll do is you'll make sure that you fill your jar up with the sugar and water mix, right? You'll put your lid on, and you'll make sure it's tight and sealed, okay? And then you'll turn it upside down, and there'll be a little bit that leaks out of the bottom here, and then it'll stop, because what happens is the air, as some leaks out here, it'll create an air pocket here, and it'll create a vacuum as it leaks out here. So it will create enough of a vacuum to where the surface tension of the sugar water won't be able to come through the little holes, because there's just enough vacuum here. Okay, but the bees will still be able to come and drink out of that. And so that's how you feed your bees. Enjoy. Be sure to like and subscribe. Click the notifications, click the bell, click the like symbol, give us a like. Bye-bye.